Hi, welcome to Tech Tips in 15 minutes or less. Here are different resources for adding to your Google Slides or whatever else is that you're using for content creation in your classroom. One of these options is Pexel.com. This is a website filled with royalty-free images. You can search anything you'd like, and there's tons and tons of images that you can use as background, you can use to add to your slides. I search Forest. I want to add one of these to my slide. So there's two ways I can do this. I can download this. I'm going to save my image as. I'm going to add it to my desktop just for easy moving there. Save. Two things I can do. I can take this. I can drag it over into here. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to resize this image. So there are two ways to make it a background. One of those ways is going to be that I can just send it to the back. So I'm going to take this image. I'm going to send it to the back. Order, send to back. This is a nice option because something that I can do is I can format this image. I'm going to go to Format Options, Adjustments. I'm going to make it more transparent. And then I can still see my text above that. So that is one of my options there. Another thing that I can do is I can right-click, change background, choose an image. I'm going to choose this off my desktop. I'm going to drag this in. I can't change this background image to be lighter or darker. I have to change my text to be lighter or darker. So another thing here is you can go to Teachers Pay Teachers, search background, filter free. Those are great backgrounds for slides. Even faster and easier are these 3 different websites that are great for slide templates. So I'm going to go to, Slides Carnival is a great one. That's where this template came from. I'm going to go to Slides Go as just a sample. I can come here. There are tons and tons of options. I can go under Education. There are tons of options. All of these are great templates. You can see the difference between premium and not premium. The other ones are great too. I'm going to open this up in Google Slides. It's going to force me to make a copy. Once I make that copy, I can either edit it right then and there and just change the name. And this is going to be my new slideshow. Or once I make that copy, it's already there. I can come into a slideshow I have. I can right-click anywhere in the background as long as I'm not in a box or on an image. Right-click on the background. I'm going to change my theme. These are the themes that it comes with, but what I can do is hit Import Theme. This is going to come from presentations within my Google Drive. Here's that new slideshow that I just created. I can change my theme to be another one that is in my Google Drive. I'm going to click here, Import Theme. Other options here, this is a really cool one, Textgiraffe.com. Textgiraffe is nice. It gives you custom logos. So you can type in your name here. You can type in anything you like. It gives you custom logos here that you can copy and paste. You can save these as images. You can add these to the top of, if this goes really well with your slide design, you can add this into the top of your slide. This can be your header to give you a fancy font, things like that. Images and icons, these again are royalty-free, free images that you can search. These icons are going to be great for buttons later. Students can use these. Free pick as more images, stock images that students or yourself can choose from. These are 2 options for making GIFs. StorySet seems like it would be great for ELA. Students can choose things into their presentations. You could use this for really anything. The nice thing you can do is you can decide what you want it to look like. You can choose what you would like in there. You can animate it and then choose which items are going to be animated and how they're animated. And then you can download those as a quick GIF. Another option is students can make GIFs of themselves, or you can make a GIF of yourself, waving at yourself, and put it into your slideshow. 2 things you can do is you can just delete the background. So I'm going to select a random GIF. Let's go with this guy right here. And what it does is it takes that background off. So there are 2 things I can do here. I can either download it as is, or I can put him in the middle of traffic. So I'm going to put those there. I'm going to show these in a Finder. And I'm going to show you what these look like. So if you showed yourself waving and then you put yourself onto your slide, you would just be right there. There would be no background. It would look as though you were right on the slide. Or you can add yourself with that background there. I put Chandler, I think it's Chandler, down there in traffic down below. These are options for yourself or for students to make a quick boomerang, make a quick GIF. It's really nice. You can do longer images with them as well. It removes the background, which is nice for students making different projects. Here are quick links just to check out. You can do these on your own. You just type in docs.new. It'll bring you to a new Google Doc. When I type slides.new, Should probably, there you go. Or slide.new apparently works. And forms.new will also do the same thing. It'll bring me to a new Google form. Instead of going to Google, the 9 dots, clicking through, and going from there. Here are quick time savers. So in slides, it's really nice when everything is sort of hyperlinked and you can continue from there. Here are my quick shortcut keys. One thing I would definitely recommend doing is taking these 4 and adding them into a sticky. Obviously, you see I use a lot of stickies over here. I'm going to create a new one. I'm going to right click. I copied those and I just Command V and pasted those all down there. You can then change your font. Have all of those right there. Another option is to right click. So I use right click a lot and you'll see this menu pop up a lot. Your Mac automatically defaults to giving you that option when you click on your trackpad with 2 fingers. I change mine because I've always been a PC person. So when I click in the bottom right hand corner of my trackpad, that comes up. In order to change that, you're going to click on the Apple System Preferences. You're going to come to your trackpad and you're going to decide on how you want that secondary click to come up. If it is more natural for you to click on the bottom right hand corner, you can make it that. It does default to 2 fingers. Another option is scroll and zoom depending on how, if you're a Mac or PC person, this is backwards. But these are different options here. If your mouse moves too fast, this is how to edit that. Moving and organizing bookmarks is super, super easy. I'm sure everyone just normally uses that star to bookmark or not bookmark something. So once you bookmark something, I'm sure a lot of you know it goes to the end. You can drag these and move them anywhere you like. That allows you to move things. I can take a bookmark, I can add it into somewhere else. I can right click on one and I can delete this entire folder. Another thing that I can do is once I have multiple tabs open, I can bookmark all of these tabs and I can this will make it into a new folder. All my bookmark bars. There's sample, it's back here at the end. Again, I can right click and delete that. When I open my Chrome, I have 4 tabs that open. I have my Lower Merion login page, PowerSchool, because I always forget attendance, Blackboard. This is normally the announcements page. So these are my 4 things. In order to make it these 4 things, here's what you do. You go Chrome, you're going to come down to Preferences. You're going to scroll down. One thing you want to do here is what happens when you open a new tab. So the question is, when you show the home button, where do you want it to go? I always pick attendance. Again, I'm awful with attendance. The next thing you want to do is here on Startup, on Chrome Startup, what do you want it to be? Do you want it to be that new tab page from above, which would for me be PowerSchool, or do you want it to open to a specific set of pages? This will auto default to the tabs that you currently have open. I don't want 2 login pages, so I can right click, I can click here and remove it. And these are going to be the tabs that always open. So now when I close Chrome, open it back up again, it's just going to be those 3. Now next, top Chrome extensions. Everyone's heard me talk about Bitmoji. Obviously, I love my Bitmojis to go in here and make it super fun. Bitmoji is super fun. You can click here, come down to all of your Bitmojis, drag yourself in here, add yourself to your slide. You have your Giphies here, so that's another thing you'll see. I added one to my last page of my slide. I can go to my Giphy, I can add this person in. Again, if I don't want that background, a fun thing that I can do is I can take this and I can bring it into unscreen and it'll delete this and you'll just show that person. Another thing I like is WebPaint. It's sort of a backup. It allows you to write on any website. My 2 top favorites are the Adobe Chrome extension and Mote. So I can pick Adobe. I can convert this web page to a PDF. What's really nice about doing this is these hyperlinks to these websites will also work. Now I can go into reading the full story and then save each of these to PDF, which allows students to access this from home. So here, this created a PDF for them, which is obviously also nicer for printing. So I have from the left, I can click here, I can read the full story. This will also open it into a website. So the links still work when it's an Adobe PDF. I can also then edit this Adobe PDF, not that I want to edit the news, but I can go through, delete things that I don't want, like all of this stuff at the end. I can go through and delete that because I don't want any of that printed, right? So I can go to, where's organized pages? And I'm going to delete these last 2 pages. And then I only have these. And then I can go through and save those other PDFs as well of those 3 documents. So the Adobe Adobe Chrome extension is one of my favorites. And the way to get that Adobe Pro is to go through self-service and download it. Highly recommend it. There'll be another session on that later. Moat is another great one, so that's one of my faves. So if you don't have Turnitin, this is a great option. So if I want to make a comment on a student's right here, and of course everyone knows I can go insert, comment. I can add a comment here, I can type, then I have to worry about sandwiching it. How is my tone? Is the student going to take it the wrong way? Am I going to get 75 emails? How can I say this in the nicest way? I like when students can hear my voice because then they can listen to my tone and hear it within what I'm saying. So I can click here to record. I can write them a great note. Hey, I like the way that you added this phrase in here, blah, 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 etc. This is great. Here's how you can make it better. Keep up the great work. Done. Instead of taking all of that time and writing that in there, students can click on this, and this is how they can listen to my note in there. So that's another one of my favorite Chrome extensions. Going to images in Google Slides. So this is a question I get a lot. Is this notebook paper? How do I get one of those really fun Google Slides that looks like notebook paper? Here's one that I made really quickly. It took about 5 minutes. This is one of the templates. I believe this was from SlidesGo. I made these little buttons over here. This is just a notebook page, and I wrote science notebook. It's nothing fancy. I made these buttons by I didn't click insert text box. I inserted a shape. I chose one that looked like a button. I believe I picked this one. I can click in here. I'm going to click in. I'm going to type. I'm going to highlight that. Again, that shortcut key is going to be Command K. I'm going to come in here. I don't have to hyperlink elsewhere. I can hyperlink to slide 2. I just want that one to go to slide 2. I want this one hyperlink to go to my notes link. I want homework to go to the homework slide. So these are just linking them throughout. So when students present here, this homework is going to bring them to the homework slide. Other options here are 2 templates. Here's one here from SlidesMania. Here is one here. I believe this one's from SlidesGo. Here we go. I like this one. These are all different ones that they had as options. The SlidesMania one is great. It's super cute. It looks like this. There we go. I like this digital notebook a lot. So getting to buttons, images, text boxes, shapes, anything you want. So we were taught making it a button is just hyperlinking it, so Command K and moving it to the next slide. But I can add an image. So I made this cute little gecko here. I'm going to just insert an image. I'm going to search the web. I'm going to pick giraffe. Here we go. So I have my little giraffe. I want to change the shape of him. What I can do is next to this crop image here, there's this drop down menu. I'm going to click down. I can make him into different shapes. Maybe I want to say I'm doing a project and someone is thinking about giraffes. I can change it into a call button. I can change this shape just into an arrow that goes right. Pick this guy right here. And then that's telling my students, click here, you'll go to the next slide. I'm going to Command K, slides in this presentation, next slide. Next slide is a nice choice because if I move these around, no matter what goes where, it's going to go to the next slide after this one. Inserting videos into slides is awesome. All right, so I can just search here. 30-second timer. The interval timers get a little weird, so be careful. Be a little leery of those. I can pick this one. I don't know why I like this one. When I pick a timer, I'm going to pick play automatically when I enter this slide. I'm also going to mute the audio. A lot of them have some pretty awkward audio in the background, or it sounds like Jeopardy. And this will play automatically. So when I click present the slide, this timer is going to start automatically and it's going to play through. Another thing that's really nice to see is when you are over here in format options, I can scroll through here to see what it looks like, just to make sure there's nothing weird that sort of pops up in the middle. Somebody doesn't troll my video before I put it in. Another thing that you can do here is if you're doing something for educational and it's a 15-minute video and you don't need them to watch the whole thing and you just want it to start at 2.5 minutes and only go till 7 minutes. This is only a minute-long video, but I can start at 15 seconds and I can have it end at 45 seconds. So when students play this, you'll see it'll start here at 15 seconds and it'll only go until here. A question I get a lot is about fonts. Everyone knows I love my fonts. Why do I not have that many? The question here is, you don't get many through Google. So what you can do here is click more fonts And you can go down the rabbit hole of Google Fonts. There's actually hundreds, maybe thousands. I have no idea. I don't think I've made it to the end. So these are the fonts that I've chosen. Every time I swear I scroll through, I find one that I think I would like. So you can pick any that you would like. I'll pick this one because I don't really like it. Once it's over here, I can either exit or I can click it here and then unclick it. But here are some fonts that I picked out that I thought were fun. So you can click on here and find the names and download them from there as well. Here are ways to share URLs with students. So here's my original link. When I click share and I get that link to share with others, I'm going to come through, get link. Anyone with this link can view it. I'm going to copy that link, right? But so here I just copied it. I took off this pink part, everything after the last / and I made the word copy. I love this because I've always wondered, how do I get that copy thing? You just change everything to that word copy. If you change everything to that word present, it shares it with students in a presentation. See the difference? Here I have this ability to edit it or even make a copy. Here it's just in presentation mode. They can scroll through. Again, this is where those buttons come in handy. I have a button down here. I can scroll to the next page. I mean, they can still click, but the buttons make it a little fun. And then these timers will start automatically. All right, spend 2 minutes on this slide, and you have the little timer. Keep going. There's our little GIF. I think I have a few timers throughout. These will start automatically. This one was starting at 15 seconds. This one looks like it started at 40. So all of those things will start automatically if you share it to them in present mode. Here's a way to share it in present mode in Google Docs. Docs, the copy works as well. Here are these to copy and paste into a sticky. So I save all of these little notes into stickies over here. Here's my little shortcut keys. Here's these Google hacks I wanted to talk about. Here, slides, force a copy, present. So I have these all here. So you can just copy and paste this into a slides and into a stickies, and hopefully you can keep it there for future reference. Pear Deck. So Pear Deck, I don't know if I would ever make a Pear Deck slide from scratch, like not really my thing, but I love Pear Deck. I think it's great, and I think it can be super easy. So I'm going to open Pear Deck options. What I think is so easy about it is this template library. Beginning of lesson, during, after lesson, types of questions, also by subject area. So I can come in here, what kind of question do I sort of want? And the cool thing about this is I can click back, and this is the type of question it is. It's a number right here. So it tells me what the students are going to want to do. If I want to change it to a text slide, I click text. It will change this number slide to a text slide. I click update, and it will change it to a text slide. So that I can just do that here, change it, but at least gives me that formatting, and I can just edit from there. I can also take a slide I already have, which was this one about feedback, and I joined two together, and this just gave me a Pear Deck with a draggable. Draggables are kind of cool, and actually I'll edit it here on this draggable. This was not a draggable. It was to draw lines. So this was a drawing one. I made it a draggable question, and what I did here was I used the example of here are events leading up to the Civil War, which were the most important from 1 to 5. So maybe have them number the most critical that led up to the Civil War, or whatever your subject area is. Maybe they're numbering. If I want to add another one, I can add them. There's symbols, there's numbers, there's different things they can do. I liked the numbers here for this exercise here. Or maybe you have them number them and put them in the right order. They can also, there's a lot of things that they can do here with that. All right, so there's the feedback form if you want to fill it out. It would be greatly appreciated. Not necessary though. Here are some free things that you can take with you. This one I love a lot. I got from Esther Brunat. If you don't follow her, she's great. Different people add to it, so it's growing every day. You can go through, these are fun activities to discuss with your kids at the beginning of each class, end of each class, this or that. This is something I made super quick, probably in 5 minutes. I took a Google slide template. All I did was I did my first slide. I inserted a Chick-fil-A and a McDonald's. I took this, and remember I went to this the drop-down menu. I changed it to a circle. I did the same thing with McDonald's. Drop-down menu, change shape to a circle. Then I took this slide, I copied and pasted it a whole bunch of times. And then I went through and I said, okay, I'm going to right-click on my Chick-fil-A, replace image, search the web. I'm going to search the web, and there's a whole bunch in here that you can take with you. Feel free to copy this, take it with you, continue to edit it, whatever you'd like. And that's it. Again, added this through Giphy, added this through my Bitmoji, and that's it. 525,600 minutes.